Hey guys! Today I decided I will make a slightly different tutorial. I want to create that tree and I'm going to use ZBrush, Maya and Substance Painter for this tutorial. And the reason I want to make that tutorial is because at my work at the moment I'm making a lot of different trees and it's fun, and I think I have developed some sort of pipeline that I would like to share with you. And if for any reason you want to use exactly the same concept art, just feel free to download it from a website, and you can use it for your personal projects. I wouldn't mind that. So let's start. So first of all, I'll go to my tools and I'll select Z-sphere. Z-sphere is a really great when you're making tree, apparently. Let me show you. I'll click edit so I can start working on it. Then the next thing I'll do, I will load image plane in my ZBrush. As you can see, my ZBrush is highly customized. All of the buttons I have here, they all came from main menus in ZBrush. If something looks very confusing, then just leave me a comment and I'll come back to you when I have time. So I will open image plane for my front view and I'll click store view, so I'll have it here. Now if I switch view, I won't be able to see my image plane, but on the front view it always will be there. With this sphere you can use the same draw, move, scale, rotate, and let me show you. First of all, let me try to move it somewhere. Then let's scale it. Oop. Scale. Then let's scale it a little bit. Then in the draw mode, I can create another Z-sphere. Then I can move it to the place where I want it to be, somewhere here. Let's also scale it a little bit, something like that. And I'll maybe make this one a little bit larger. Back to draw mode, I create another one. Move it here. Then I'll create another one somewhere here. Move it here. Move it again, scale it. By the way, I'm using hotkeys W, Q, E, R. So basically, I'm switching between those four. Oops, it's way too large. Let's move it there. Yeah, I'll probably just move it there. You see, the beauty of these spheres is that you can keep adjusting the shape, and it can be very handy, to be honest. Let's do this little one. Just make it slightly smaller. I don't know why they're such a strange shape, those branches. I mean, I painted them like that, so I'm the one to blame. But yeah, probably should have simplified them. Okay, I can add smaller branches later on. It doesn't have to be like 100% accurate at this stage. Just trying to block out the shape. Okay, now I'm going to switch to another view. It's also store view, so I have the right scale. If you see bits of these spheres disappearing or looking like transparent like it was before, one of the way to fix it, you just need to move it a little bit. So I want to make a few more on other side, which should be maybe somewhere, which probably could be from somewhere here. So I'll move it here for now, and I'll switch back to this view. Oops, so I can also adjust it from my front view, since I'm trying to copy the silhouette as close as I can. Okay, yeah, I think it's close enough, at least for a block out stage. Let's go back to our custom view. Now, obviously, it would look very flat if you move it that way. You see, it's quite flat. So this is where these spheres could be also very useful, because you can just move them around. You can select rotate and just click and hold, basically just rotate them around any spheres that you would like to, like that. And sometimes you want to delete some, you just need to go back to edit mode, hold Alt and then click like that. Right, yeah, so you see I had a bit of so you can see I had a little bit overlapped spheres here. Now it's all fixed. Again, if I select the middle circle, I can rotate them like that. Yeah, maybe we can give it a go. Let's check it again with our concept, and obviously everything moved. But I usually still try, after I rotated branches a little bit, I generally still trying to, I can still fit it. Let's change the view. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so let's make that alien looking monster into something that we can use for sculpting. Let me show you how you can do that. If you check subtool palette, you'll see that we only have one subtool and there's nothing we can do with it. So let's go and find adaptive skin. Click here. First of all, let's remove Dynamesh resolution to 0 because I don't want to have Dynamesh right now. I just want to have the simplest topology I can have from that shape that will be easier for me to separate and adjust into different bits. I'll keep density 1 and let's click preview. Let's add 2 here. Yeah, I think I like that. So the next thing you need to do is to select make adaptive skin here. Let's do that. And now something to be aware of. When you choose make adaptive skin, what ZBrush does, it creates you a new tool. So you need to go back to tool and you need to find this new mesh that it's been created as a separate tool. Because if you keep working on the same tool, it's still, because your current tool, it's still going to be this sphere. So if I switch preview off, you see it's still this sphere. So go back to tool and select the new tools that have been created. And this is the ones that we are going to use for any further sculpting. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to separate it into different parts and create different subtools. It will be much easier to work when all the parts of your tree are separated rather than having one massive object. So I want to have that part, then that, then this branch, and then I can have all the smaller bits. So because everything is separated into polygroups, it's very easy to show and hide different polygroups. So I'm going to hide all of them here, invert it, just like that. And then I'm going to split hidden. Let's use isolate select and I'll close holes. Okay, let's go back to what is left here and see. I'll just use double and let's continue with that. So I'm thinking maybe I want to have this one. So I'm thinking I should have this one as a separate subtool and probably separate those two bits too. So let's do that. Split hidden. And now we can just close holes, just like that. Going back and split hidden, close holes. Going back to our main shape. Now let's separate this part. So let's first remove everything here. This one. Actually, I think I will keep this one. Because at the end of the day, you probably don't want to have too many subtitles, so it can be handy too. Okay, so split hidden. Cool. So now I have plenty of subtools to work and lots of different polygroups that I might also keep or merge together. Possibly I might combine this bit and create one large shape because this is how it look on the reference that I don't think I should keep whole here. I'm going to merge these two shapes together. So go find this subtool, go there, move it there, and then I'll just merge down. I don't think I will need to have any of this polygroup, so I'll just start working on it and switch to Dynamesh. Now what I want to do, I want to close that hole here. Probably the easiest way just to do something like that. And use Dynamesh again. Now let's isolate it and start working. And now we can start blocking out basic shapes. I don't think I can comment much on this point. I'll just try to say out loud if I do something that maybe doesn't look clear, but all I do now is just using various of ZBrush brushes and trying to build some shapes that would resemble my concept art. Also, I'm using backface masking. It helps a lot when you have slim geometry like that. So you know when you sculpt something here, for example, you won't create a hole underneath it, which often happens. So I suggest use backface masking on. I also like using clay polish from time to time. It's a nice way to polish everything, but it will also keep all the sharp lines. So I think it's time to add resolution, so maybe I'll go double. By the way, this window, this is just my custom menu. You can create one in ZBrush and then you can assign hotkeys to it. But basically all the brushes I'm using, I can get access to them from my brush menu. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop for now, and I will continue working on this model in my next video. I will add the stones and also large shape for the leaves that I can use in Maya later on to add smaller leaves. And yeah, so I think I'm pretty happy with that shape and with the texture. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video.